Hello everyone. So last night we were talking about daily habits for growth, and today and now I want to do I want to wrap up. I want to wrap up now. I wanted to share again some daily habits for growth. We started earlier. In case you missed that, you can check on my channel. You can check on my live. You would see that I talked about it earlier. So now I want to continue. So whenever you come across this live, don't forget to drop a comment. Don't forget to like, to subscribe. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I feel very excited about Friday because it's like the end of the week. I look forward to Saturday because Saturday is where I get to rest. I get to these days Saturdays are not even my resting period anymore. It seems I'm more I work it seems I work more on Saturdays now than even before. Saturdays used to be the day I used to be intentionally unproductive. Like, it's a day I set aside to rest. Like, I just want to rest. It's Saturday, I want to rest. So so today is Friday. And I usually look forward to Saturday, but not anymore. But of course, for the first time, I'm looking forward to Saturday because I want to rest this Saturday. I'm even thinking about doing chilling and watching movies. I don't watch so much movies, but I want to watch movies this Saturday. So everyone, welcome to my live. Today I'd already shared about, I'm doing a part 2 of what I shared earlier about, at night, what I shared about daily habits for productivity. So I wanted to continue now, and so whenever you come across this live, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to drop a comment. So my channel is all about productivity, about consistency, about growth, creating a better version of yourself. So if you have a question, you can drop your question, please. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. So earlier I was just sharing about, before I start, I was just talking about how I used to look forward to Saturday before, because I feel like Saturdays should be for rest. It should be a time where we should rest. It should be a time for a time to recharge for the next for the next week. I mean, I feel like we work from Monday to Friday. Saturdays should be for resting. So why should I be doing so much? So I think I'm very deliberate about Saturday. It's the day I'm intentionally and deliberately unproductive. I even try to cook on Friday, prep my food, do everything so that I don't have to stand up from my bed. Now this is so that I can rest, because on Sundays I'll have to do reports, write reports, do a lot of things. If you just joined my live, this is Let's Talk with Ene, and I just wanted to share about daily habits for productivity. Earlier I shared some, and I'm going to continue. So if you come across this live, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and comment. I share about ways to stay productive, stay consistent, how to build a confident, how to be confident, build a healthy self-esteem. It's a place where we learn, a place where we are learning, we are growing together. So so it's a very nice place. I mean, it's not a perfect place. It's just it's a place where we are allowed to make mistakes, to fail, but to learn along the way. So if you relate to my content, don't forget to subscribe. And I just started a 100 days consistency challenge. And today is day 62. Interesting. Day 62. I wanted to stay productive. I wanted to be productive. I wanted to create like a routine that works for me. I wanted to turn productivity into a habit, and I wanted to build consistency, and I decided to go for 100 days. I mean, if I do something consistently for 100 days, it means it's going to become a part of me. I was just sharing. I'm fine. Hi. If you're just joining the live, hi. Thank you so much for joining. I am fine. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you're fine too. So I was just saying that um earlier, I was saying that when it's day 100, I feel like I'm not going to stop posting videos anymore. Be- I would keep posting because it would have become a part of me. It's have become something that has not become a part of me, because it's something I've been doing every day. Now for the past 62 days, I've been posting videos. I've been posting I've been writing. Do you know what that means? Writing every single day, and writing every single day, and posting videos every single day. Now what that is doing for me and doing to me, it's helping me to build consistency. Now I'm able to stay consistent every day, and I'm able to apply it to other aspects of my life. Now, if I'm posting videos every day, that means I can show up for other things every single day. That means I have no excuse for not showing up for other things. And I'm doing it at a time where I'm very busy. I have a lot to do. So it's showing me the possibilities that exist just by trying out something challenging. So doing something every day can become a habit, and doing something little by little can help you build momentum, and it can help you build a routine that becomes a part of you. Now I started by just creating a 1 minute video of few seconds, and then from there I discovered it was easier for me to create longer videos. And even some days I'm able to create like 5 videos, 6, and even more. And now I can confidently go on live. Before, I used to be very skeptical about going on live. I feel like, what would I say? Where would I start from? But um, going on the challenge, that 100 days consistency challenge, has helped me to build confidence. It has helped me to show up just by showing up every day. It has become a habit for me to do something consistent every single day, and I'm able to apply it to other aspects of my life. Okay, what? How about I show every day for this particular thing? Like read about something every single day, write about something every single day, talk about something every single day, commit um a particular amount of time to something every single day. And it doesn't matter who is listening or who is not listening. When you make it about what you want to achieve and you have a goal, you will discover that it's easier for you to do it. But when you care so much about what anybody thinks or don't think, it becomes harder. You know your goal, you know the focus. Not for me, I had told myself that even if nobody shows up, even if nobody watches the video, I'm going to keep posting. The only thing I'm going to do differently every day, I'm going to make sure that every single day I'm learning, I'm growing, improving myself. I'm also looking at what people want to hear about, what people see as a need. I was teaching a group of people. I was taking a course, and I was teaching some persons about idea about developing a solution for for a problem, trying to start up something either for impact or a business. that if you want to provide a solution to a need nobody is interested in, or to a problem that is not affecting people, it doesn't make any sense. In the end, whatever problem you are solving should be addressing people, should be a concern for people, should be something that people, you should be able to identify the pain points of people. If it's just something you love doing, it doesn't make any sense. If you're just solving a problem that affects only you need to know what people want, what is going on with people, what their pain points are, what their concerns are, how you need to help them before you're able to provide solution. So you need to listen, observe, have conversations with people, listen to them, look around you. How do I identify what's going on? And I just had to say that for why while I was, even though I had the goal of posting videos every day, I needed to understand what people wanted. And there was also a need for me to grow part-time, to be improving myself. I'm not doing that, I'm not there yet, but I feel like in the last how many days, I've grown, I'm learning. So it's not just about showing consistently every day, but learning consistently every day, showing up differently and showing up the right way. That's the most important thing. So if you join this live today, I'm just talking about daily habits to stay productive, but somehow I think I'm deviating and talking about consistency sort of. But if you join this live, you can, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. If you have a question, please ask, don't forget to share. And earlier today I talked about how if you want to grow, if you want to become better, there are things you'll just be deliberate about doing every single day. It's, if you don't do them, they're just going to be there waiting for you. So you just need to find a way to stay productive and to grow every day. It's about being deliberate. It's about finding something that works for you. It's not just about copying. I may share some things that, okay, this is what I do every day as a habit that helps me grow, that helps me stay productive and consistent. Now, I'm just sharing it with you. It may not work. I shared earlier about how waking up early works for me. It may not work for you because you're not a morning person. You might be someone who is more productive and efficient during the day. For me, I'm more productive at night. I'm more productive early in the morning because I work faster, and it's easier for me to work when there are lesser number of people around, when there's no noise. So that's why I work in the mornings. That's why I'm always the first person to come to the lab or to work, because then there are no persons around, and I'll be able to do all I need to do before other people comes. But that's not to say I can't work where there are people. Of course I can. You should be able to adjust to every kind of situation. So, but I work faster when there's lesser noise and lesser number of people. So if I want to do something very fast, if I want to work at a very high speed, I want to work very fast, I do those things at night or very early in the morning. And that time I feel like my head is calm, the ideas are fresh, I'm able to think properly. So for me, I do this works for me. So you need to create something that works for you, but it should be very simple, that it's hard for you not to do them. For me, I'm someone that I feel like if I overburden myself, it's hard for me to follow it every day. It's hard for me to do it. So I would rather do something that it's simple and easy to follow. So I work with breaking it into breaking all my daily routine into something that is very easy to do. They are very small, but it's easy to follow, and I end up achieving it so much. So if you're just joining, we're talking about daily habits to help you grow and stay productive. Now, some of the things I do every day, I try to make them very simple and easy, in such a way that it's easy and hard for you not to do them. So you need to create something that works very well for you. For me now, if since I feel like I may be lazy sometimes to read a book, not necessarily lazy, but let's say too busy because there's a lot to do, I would rather decide to include um, reading as a part of my daily devotion, daily routine in the morning. When I wake up in the morning and I want to pray, I just read a page of a book or a chapter. Just by doing that, I'm able to finish reading a book. It has become a small routine that reading is a part of my daily habit. But I made it in such a way that it's hard for me not to read because I've been able to break it into something very small that I could easily read, and I've been able to achieve two things in one. I read, every day I'm able to read, and I'm able to get motivated and inspired just by reading something inspiring every morning. So, doing something like that, creating a routine that helps you stay productive. Now, I see that some persons are joining the live. Whenever you join the live, please don't, you can ask me a question, you can drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share. We're talking about how to stay productive, daily habits you can include in your life to stay productive. I was sharing how waking up in the morning is very, very, it's something that works for me so much. I talk about it so much, maybe because it's been a game changer for me. That's why I talk about it so much. But I've come to understand that what works for me may not work for other people. Like when I was in the university, um, someone took me to the class. I was reading a course that is very difficult and very challenging, and then someone like a senior, like, let's go to the class and read. You're not going to sleep, you're going to stay in the class from night till morning, and you're going to read. And I'm like, that's not my style. And I was like, you have to read like that if you want to pass your exam. And unknown to him, I was just coming from the class I had read, but I wanted to go and sleep. And then he was like, we should go and read. And I came back home, and one of my friends was like, Esther, why are you sleeping? You have tests, you have a test, you have an exam. Why are you sleeping? And I'm like, she was like, everybody's reading, you're sleeping. And I told her, I don't work with what other people are doing. I know what works for me. I know when I read, I know how I read. And she was very surprised when I came back, when I wrote those tests, and I score everything. I had 100%, some of them 90 something, and she was like, Esther, I'm never going to wake you up from sleep again. Now, I had a routine that works for me that don't work for everyone. For that person that took me to the class, I'm someone who can read in the night for I can start reading from like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning at a stretch. Not every time. This is me. But there are people that can't read that much. There are some people that once it's night, they just want to sleep. They read during the day. I had friends like that. And if you see me reading that long, I'm not reading one thing. I don't know how to read one thing for a while. I get bored easily. So I split it. If I'm going to class to read that long, I'm reading a number of things. Now, I have friends that can't read. They have to read over and over. And me, I can grab things within the shortest period of time. I just stare at it and I just read it and I understand. Even if I'm not in class, I just need to read. Now, I'm just using that reading as an example of why it's important to do what works for you. So, just by doing that, I'm able to stay consistent with that because I know what works for me. There are times I just read for 2 hours, I go to sleep. I read for 1 hour, I go to rest. And then the truth is, if I'm reading and I feel sleepy, or if I'm doing anything and I feel sleepy, no matter what happens, I will stop that thing and go to sleep. I'm not someone who suppresses sleep. I feel like sleep is part of life. It's something natural. So I feel like when I sleep and I wake up, I'm going to feel much better. I'm going to be more productive. My brain is going to think properly. So in short, sleep it's like what I use to to solve situations. Whenever I'm hurt, I go to sleep. When someone gets me angry, I go to sleep. When I'm tired, I go to sleep. And because I know it's like therapy for me, because I know like whenever I wake up from that sleep, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to, even that ideas that idea I was struggling with, I would I would start everything would fall in place. So rest too. I feel like sometimes we are overwhelmed, and that's why productivity is limited. We are unable to stay productive because our body is tired, our brain is tired, we are exhausted. So one of the things that I do every day, I make sure that I spend a good amount of time resting. Sometimes in the lab, I just take a walk to a park and then just watch. Fortunately for me, the lab is very close to a lot of parks and rivers and relaxation places. So we have like during breaks, I could just take a walk just to sit down, watch the waters, watch the birds, and just relax, take a walk. I It feels like that. It's like a recharging moment for me. So rest should be a part of your routine. Some of us are stressed, we are overwhelmed, we are our body cannot even handle it anymore. And because it's not like we don't want to rest, but we have a lot to do. But because of that, you need to find a way to slot in rest. Sometimes some of us say we are resting, but our brain is not resting. Even when we are lying down, we are thinking. There are times I used to feel like that. So what I do those times, I intentionally distract myself. Sometimes if I feel like I'm overstressed and stressed, I could just watch a movie to relax if I can't sleep, because sometimes I'm so tired I can't even sleep. So I just watch a movie. Like just watch a movie just to relax. For me, I used to use movie to relax because I know I can't, if I want to do something later and I want to sleep, like I want to work on something on my computer later. Once I sleep, I won't be able to. Sometimes it's hard for me to wake up because sometimes I've overworked myself. So the best way, I just relax, either watching the movie or listening, or just lying down and listening to music. I will just lie down there, just playing the music just to relax my brain for 30 minutes or something. Even so, it's just a deliberate way to calm my mind, to recharge, and to make me to be able to think properly. I discovered that after every moment of rest, I am more productive. I think more. So it's not even about creating maybe 10 hours to rest or 20 hours to rest or even 1 hour. There were times that I had to sleep 1 hour in every day during the day. Like I just find a way to just rest during. Fortunately, I stay where it's very close to where I work. I go to my lab is very close to where I live, so I could just go to the room and sleep for 30 minutes and come back because it's like 2 minutes walk. So deliberate rest. Now it's like, why is she talking about rest? How can rest help me stay productive? Rest is why you are not even productive. You are not resting. Your body is tired, your soul is tired, your head is tired. You are unable to put that idea together because your brain can't even think properly because it's stressed already. You need to include rest as your daily routine. You need to be very intentional about resting. Now, I discovered that because I started sleeping earlier intentionally. I am able to stay more productive during the day. They will say you should not sleep, you should sleep only for 3 hours. I feel that they maybe for them it works. For me, when I don't rest well, it's hard for me to be productive. So rest is part of what I do. And also, everybody set goals. Set goals so that you be productive. Beyond setting goals, how do you want to achieve them? What plans do you have? How do you intend to achieve them? They say set goals so that you be productive. Set goals to be consistent. But how? How do you intend to achieve them? Now, for those joining us, we're talking about daily habits to help you stay productive. And if you just join us, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment and to like. So, like don't just set goals. I say this all of the time. Set achievable goals. Break these goals down. They would say, okay, set it as long-term goals, short-term goals. Beyond that, don't just set goals. My rule to setting goals is that for every goal I set, there should be a how and a when. How do I want to achieve them? When do I want to achieve them? What is the strategy? Amen. I want to be able to make 10 million at the end of this year. How? And then I break it into smaller tasks. Okay, every month I'm going to save 1 million, for instance. And not just 1 million. How am I going to save this 1 million? I'm going to cut down my expenses. I'm going to create another source of income. I'm going to stop eating out and start cooking instead. You would write this thing out clearly. And then every day, if it's a business that you want to start to increase your income so that you're able to save 1 million at the end of the month, you would write what you want to be doing to improve that business. If you are selling something, it means you have to be posting about it. If it's a service, it means you are either improving on that service or you are telling people about what you do so that you can attain your 1 million goal at the end of the month. And then there are weekly goals. At the end of this week, I want to read a book. I want to finish reading one book. I want to be able to do this and do that. But here's how I want to do it. I shared earlier that I include like reading a book every day, a page. I make it very simple. A page does not look much now. Like I just read a page of a book. It's very simple. But just by reading a page every day as a habit, before the end of the month, you would have read a book or two. Because the truth is that you don't end up reading one page. You end up reading a chapter or even more chapters. And then just beyond just reading the book, you are starting your day getting inspired. For me, that I read it in the morning. That's like you had a goal of reading the book, and then you already broke it down into smaller goals, into smaller tasks of reading one by one, of reading one chapter per day or one this thing. Okay, I want to write the book. What do I start with? How and when do I want to get this book ready? In 3 months, I want the book to be ready. So what do I need to do? Week 1, day 1, every day I'm going to commit to writing 3 pages at least, or 5,000 words or 3,000 words. Week 2, I would design a cover page. Maybe week 3, I would start telling people about it and start maybe getting pre-orders. So before I start, I would have probably reached out to a publishing firm if I want them to be published, or I'll start reading about them. Now, so when you write a how, a when, it helps you to grow and helps you to stay more productive. So don't just set goals. Don't just, oh, I need to set goals. I have to set goals. How do you want to achieve them? When? There has to be a time, and there has to be a how. So maybe you need to change how you set your goals, and you need to make them smaller. I would say for me, I prefer that I'm able to achieve 3 goals than to set 20 goals that I can't even achieve. Sometimes our goals are too many, we get overwhelmed, and it's hard for us to stay productive. It's hard for us to achieve any of them because they are too many. Only you want to do so many things. So even at the end of the beginning of the day, at the end of the week, your day is starting, you are confused, you don't even know which one to start from, because you've set 10 goals that you don't know which one is more important, which one you should start. And it's better to even set the goals at night. This is what I want to achieve tomorrow. There's something I used to do a week before. Before the week begins, I would have arranged all of my outfits for a week. There was a time I had arranged all my Sunday outfits for 3 months. I had fixed them, I had arranged them in my wardrobe, I had even tagged them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That was to help me. That was to help me actually, so that I don't wake up in the morning when I'm running late, and I'm searching for which clothes I should wear. So I prepare ahead, like a week. I mean, I said like every week, I know what I want to wear on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that, because I don't want to wake up in the morning and then I'm rushing and then I have to look. You would say that there's something I do every night that's become a habit that I do every day. I arrange my outfit for the next day. I prepare my bag, my laptop, I fix everything and put on the table, on the chair, or wherever I want to arrange them. My clothes are there. If I want to carry a book, if I want to carry anything, I fix them all arranged before I go to bed. So when I wake up in the while I'm doing that, I don't want to forget anything. And it seems like it helps me prepare for the day better. I don't prepare, I don't wake up and I'm rushing and I'm confused. I'm looking is confused, because sometimes it's the way we prepare for our day that will determine how productive our day is going to be and all of that. And it affects our productivity and even affects how we stay consistent or not. So for me, that helps preparing ahead of time. Every night, I already have like this mental picture of what I want to achieve. Don't get me wrong. It's not all of the time it works. It's not like I'll end up achieving them. All the goals I had today, all of the things I wanted to achieve today, I didn't achieve them, but at least I was able to do the major ones and the ones that were a priority. But these were things I had planned from the week, from the beginning of the week, that I was going to do. So, so that is why for me, apart from daily goals, I do weekly goals, I do monthly, I do quarterly and yearly goals. That, and what I do very well, I don't believe I have to keep setting new goals when I've not achieved the old ones. If I've not achieved them, there's no moving. Let us do this ones. I roll over goals. I just sit and evaluate them. Let us restructure. What didn't work before? What do we need to work on? I don't just set new goals. I check the ones, I roll over some until I'm able to achieve them. You know, this year, I'm doing some of the goals that I set 4 years ago. I couldn't achieve them those years because of so many reasons, but now I'm doing them. So that's the work. So preparing ahead of time. And not just setting these goals, not just setting the how, the why, and when, also review them. You know, I wrote the post today on social media that today is Friday. Reflect on those goals, review what worked, what didn't work, what should you improve on, why did it not work, and how do you do better going forward. What worked that you can now adapt and you can now start using, you can now adopt and start using. What are those things you need to improve on? What is working, and what were you able to achieve? Now when you do that, you are able to appreciate your growth, you're able to appreciate your effort, you're able to learn from what is happening, because if this worked for me, I can use it again and it will help me to be more productive for next time. It will help me to be more consistent. So no, whatever daily habits or routine you want to create, make sure that they're such a way that it's hard for you not to do them. So when you set goals, review them, but of course weekly. So the mornings, protect your mornings as much as you can. I mean, then every day wake up with the right mindset. And I used to always say that the way you sleep most times and how you sleep sometimes will determine how you wake up. And waking up and preparing your heart to the right mindset would determine a lot. It has a lot to do with how your day would go. Like if your morning start very bad, that's why sometimes some people will very intentional about who they meet, who they talk to when they wake up in the morning. They'll be like, don't ruin my morning for me, because if you ruin my morning, probably the rest of my day would be ruined. So they'll be like, oh, and me, sincerely, I'm very intentional about my mornings. I just don't want my mornings to be messed up. So you need to start each day with the right mindset. I mean, don't wake up and you are so certain that the day is messed up. Like, oh, this day is bad. Me, sometimes I intentionally prepare my heart towards the morning by over the night, same way I'm thinking about the goals over the night, I listen to something interesting, maybe an encouraging music or nice music, a gospel music or something inspiring that would help me to like make me sleep happy, sort of. And then I wake up in the morning. And reading something inspiring that I talked about, one of the reasons I do that is to wake up with the right mindset, is to go out with the right motivation, optimist. Yeah, you're optimistic about the day. You are set. You are like, today is gonna be a good day. I mean, speaking positively into your day. That's every single day. I like, today's gonna work out. Today's going to work out. Things are going to work out for me. I mean, doesn't mean that it happens like that always, because there are days that don't work out, but because you've been able to set your heart right and like put some things that are inspiring your heart, sort of, and you have a positive mindset, the impact is usually very not so much as it would have been when you are someone who just stroll out of your day, and whose days never started on the right footing. So, I mean, if you're just joining this live, this is Let's Talk with Anna, and we're talking about daily habits to stay productive and grow. This is like part 2. You can check part 1. I did part 1 earlier. You can go through it and watch it. And I'm doing part 2. I'm adding a little bit of part 1. I feel like nobody just want to, not I feel like, the truth is, I don't think there's anybody that don't want to grow. Maybe there are, but most people want to grow. Most people want to stay productive. They want to wake up every day and they are doing something, and they are productive. Nobody just want to go and there's no nobody just want to wake up and, or anybody's happy with unproductivity. You just want to be doing something. You just want your life to be moving. I know someone's beyond looking for, I would not always say that one should look for motivations, because, like I've said before, motivations are not really reliable. There are days you will not feel motivated. What do you do on those days? And it is why you need to have goals. Because days where motivation fail, you would be disciplined enough to come back to your goals. You would want to come back to them. You have a reason. So always have a reason to show up. Every single day, one of the things that makes me want to wake up and to stay consistent and productive, I have goals I need to achieve. There are things that are at stake for me. So these things are like before me. I mean, Esther, you want to achieve this thing. You want to get a PhD. You want to grow. You want to become a better version of yourself. You want to be successful. You want to make money. You think about that and you just stand up from your bed every day, because there are so many things at stake. There's something before you. Instead of looking for excuses, you find one reason to show up every day. And every single day, that becomes your drive. Now, there was a time that I placed like beside my bed directly. I put like goals, my personal goals. I look at them before I sleep, and when I wake up, they're like, even if I don't feel like being productive, I look at them every day and I'm like, Esther, there's a lot at stake. Let's get up, get up, get up. You must be productive today because there's so many reasons to show up. So you need to find a reason to want to stay up every day. And that's why the kind of goals you set every day is very, very important. It's very, very important. Also, people, who are you listening to? There's someone I talk to every week, and a friend that I talk to every week, and there's something we talk about that helps me really stay productive every time. Every week we share our goals, what we've been able to achieve. She tells me hers, I tell her mine, and then what has been going on with you. There were times I don't feel like. There were times I I didn't feel like doing anything, but I had to do so much because I would have to report back to her, sort of, not like I owe her or I'm obligated to, but because of that, I felt obligated to do that to her because we are friends, and then I feel like we are doing it because both of us want to grow. We want to be productive. So every day I would share with, I mean, every week I'll share with her. And then, of course, I started doing it every day too. Sometimes I'm like, if I achieve something, I'll share with her. Do you know I did this? So even when I'm not serious, I just want to show up because I would have to somehow share with her what I achieved. And then when we have those conversations, would share, she would tell me something encouraging to encourage my heart, like, Esther, I'm proud of you. You are doing this. And then if something does not work, we evaluate it, we share about it, and she shares her idea, like, okay, this is what I think, this is what you should do. She share with me and I also share with her. And so that still works. And then daily diary, I talk about it a lot, maybe because it's something that works for me so much. Like documenting your day, it helps you stay productive. I mean, you are writing a letter to it's like you're having somebody you report to every day. It's like you have somebody you are reporting to, and because of that, you want to stay productive. Like, oh, dear diary, that's if you're doing something like that, or if you're documenting. It could be a digital diary or a hard copy. For me, I love hard copies. When you come to my room or my bed, you will see several. Oh God, my bed, my jotter is filled with, I mean, my bed, my the side of my bed is filled with a lot of journals. You will see notebooks. You will see not different notepads that I'm always writing. It seems if I wake up from the sleep, I'm writing. If I'm sleeping, I'm writing. So I'm always documenting things. I have like a gratitude journal where I write where I'm. What there was a time that I had this. I've stopped. I think I need to resume it. Now I do it more like monthly. I write every day what I was able to achieve. Like today, I was able to do this. I'm grateful for this. Thank God for this. God, I'm grateful that you were able to help me achieve this. Thank you, God, for this. I keep writing it every single day. And it was kind of helping me to want to do more every day. So there was a time it was like I was writing a letter to God every day. Like, dear God, something happened, and like that. So documenting your day too, it's one of the things that helps you. It also, it looks simple and look like maybe funny or something, but it's one of the things I've observed that helps me stay productive and um, stay consistent and help me grow. Of course, one of the things that I do personally, most times I try to share some of the things that I do that's been working for me. Every single day, I make sure I start my day praying. I mean, I don't leave the house without praying. I'm very, very intentional about that. I pray so much. I commit my day to God's hand. I ask God to lead me. I read my Bible. I look for instruction for the day. It's one of the things that really helps me. I feel like committing my ways to God's hands, trusting Him for the day, makes my day productive and helps me to stay consistent. I have a word for the day. I have something that keeps me going. So I think I've talked for too long today. Thank you so much for joining my live. I would like to stop today because I feel like, wow, this live was long. Ah, I don't know when I'm going to get to the level where I can stay on a live for a very long time. Like, I feel like I'm talking too much. I feel like I'm saying so many things and people are no longer interested or something. But of course, I know it may not be that. It may just be in my head. Thank you so much for joining the live. I don't know if you're able to get something that you are going to use and you're going to work with to help you stay productive. I believe that productivity starts when you decide to take the first step, and when you start small. You don't have to make it big. If there's one thing I do every day, is to make sure that I take small steps towards achieving my goal. And I don't beat myself up if I don't achieve all of the goals. I just give myself pat on the back. It's okay if this didn't work out. Tomorrow you'll go again. If you fail at this, tomorrow would go again. So I just hope you're able to get something and you're able to learn something that you can add that can help you stay more productive and more consistent. It is possible. And if you're looking for excuses, there are 1 million excuses not to stay consistent and not to stay productive. But you need to find one reason to show up. I mean, I had no, I couldn't believe that. I was so sure I wouldn't get past day 5 or 6 or 7. And here I am, day 62. And I don't even feel tired. I don't feel exhausted. I don't feel I can't do it anymore. I feel like, bring it on. I have more than enough ideas now. Just by showing up, I have so many things to do. I have so many things to talk about. And it's been able to help me learn balance. I'm able to balance my time. So it's not about maybe I don't have time. I would wait till when I have time. I would never have time. So now I have to know how to manage the little time I have for productivity. So I've talked so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and don't forget to watch my other videos. I'm sure you're going to find something that resonates with you. You're going to find something that you like. You're going to find something inspiring. And so make sure to watch at least one of my videos, or 2 or 3 or 4. And I would love feedbacks from you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. I think this is the longest live I've done. And I saw that from the beginning till now. There have been people that have stayed with me till now. I really want to appreciate you for taking me this serious, for listening to me, for staying quietly on this live, and for joining me. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'm very grateful. Until my next live, maybe tomorrow, I would come on live again, probably on Saturday. But please don't forget to subscribe and get me. Let's keep learning. Let's keep growing together. Thank you so much. I don't know what time it is where you are. If it's enjoy the rest of your day, or enjoy the rest of your night, or good night, or good morning. It's interesting how God decided to give us different days, different times, time zones. So thank you so much for joining. I'm very grateful. And thank you, and I look forward to see you in my next live. Please make sure you're in my next live. Thank you so much. Bye.